What is up, guys? Welcome back. So today we are jumping into our next episode of How to Paint series that we've been making for Monster Fight Club's Borderlands game that came out. When we got the Kickstarter, we did like all of the main characters first. We are trying to knock out some of the Claptraps that came with a box of badasses, and then we can get on to our bad guys, which are Psycho Bandits and Skags and stuff like that. So today we got ourselves a Sock'em Bop'em Claptrap. So let's go ahead and get him painted up. So this Claptrap's a little bit more tricky. He has a lot of boxing gear on. He has a belt, 2 mittens, and he also has the headpiece as well. So you want to just take a look at your model and see what you're painting, because you don't want to paint something that's not supposed to be a certain color. So on the back here, we have some spots open that will be yellow, so you want to hit those. You want to hit the sides that are above the belt and slightly below the belt. You want to hit the front. Now this is going to be the difficult part because his eye is in there, but like the mitts kind of like cover up a lot of stuff. So you want to just try to get as much color in there as you can. We're doing yellow first because later on it's going to be more difficult to get in them spots. That way whenever we come over with other colors, it's not going to affect too much. So let's go ahead and get our yellows on, and then we can move on to our grays. We're going to work our way from inside out. Okay, so we got our yellow in there. Now we want to move on to a basalt gray, and I don't think I have a basalt gray on the palette right now mixed. So we're going to have to pour some basalt gray, and with the basalt gray we are going to hit up any metallic parts that will be metallic. So you're looking at his pole up here, like his little antenna. The back here will be also basalt gray. This panel down here will be. The inside will be a mix of tenebrow and basalt gray. And so will the tire be. But the frame of the tire and the pieces going up into Claptrap, they will be basalt gray. Panels on the side will be basalt gray. And the front here near his eyeball, not his eyeball itself, but the front there near there will also be basalt gray. So just pick out all the metallic parts and then separate, using your different grays that you're going to use. Okay, so what we're going to try to do is sneak in a white stripe in there, because obviously Claptrap has a white stripe. So we just want to paint that on the side of his body, wherever you can actually reach at. And then we're going to move on to our reds. So we are going to use a dirty red and do all of the mittens and the helmet piece. And with that dirty red, we are going to avoid different patches and stuff like that are on these pieces, because you do want to make them a different color. Okay, so with pieces like the front here and the trim and the bandages and stuff like that, we're going to use like a vampiric flesh. I think that would be okay to use for that. After that, we are going to put a leather brown around the waist here, which will be the belt. And we're going to use a brass, and that will do the vault symbol belt piece right there. We're going to do that, and the pieces of his arms that come down right here, that is also a brass color. After that, we're going to then we're just going to do a little dusting of metallics over the metallic areas. The final color that we have to put on to this Claptrap is his eye. Now in your game you might want to make him an enemy, so that would be a red eye. As I stated yesterday, I'm going to be using these models as different outfits that Claptrap is going to appear with in my Bunkers and Badasses game. So I'm going to make it a blue eye. Of course, you can make these any color that you want. Remember, the hobby is for you. If you want a pink Claptrap with a purple eye, paint it that way. I just want to kind of make them exactly how they're supposed to look from the game. So And of course, there are different color Claptraps. I think that this one was actually blue, but I like to just keep the regular Claptrap look because I want it to be the same Claptrap, just in different outfits to mess with my Vault Hunters. So we're going to put the Ducat blue for the eye, and then we can be ready to do our glazes. And the glazes that we're going to use are Graveler Gray on everything but the leather. Leather, I'm going to use a leather brown, and then I'll be able to paint the base with a Rhinox hide to get that ready. And while this dries, and once the model is dry, I'll be able to do some highlights, and yeah. And we are starting to reach the finish line. Now, once this is completely dry, we can go ahead and do our highlights. So our highlights are going to be the same colors that we used, because now that we put our Gravelord Gray and our Leather Brown speed paints as glazes on here, it dyed down the colors. So we can then go back over with certain reds. I am going to use a brighter red because it does look better when you do that with the reds. Red is one of the colors that is kind of harder to build up. So we are going to use a brighter red for that. We are going to go back over with a Ducat blue, and then we are going to put a white speck on there so to give like his lens is actually glistening. We are going to hit up the yellows very lightly because they are in tight spots. The vampiric flesh, we're going to do that on the pieces that we use that on, which are like the pieces of the gear itself. And then we will do a dry brush of light earth on the base once that's dry, and paint the rim black, put Claptrap on the front, and do a little bit of flocking as well. So we got the highlights on there. This Claptrap really does look pretty damn good. Got the little speck in his eye as well. So now we're going to do our dry brush of light earth, and then we can work on the base. You can put whatever you want on the base. You can flock it. You don't have to flock it if you don't want to. You can put tufts on there. I usually do put a couple tufts here and there. Sometimes I don't. I just use like the little fake grass stuff that I use. I'm not a big fan of static grass, but I'm okay with the ones that I've been using. And then we can paint the rim black, and then we can put the name on there, and he will be completely done. And here is the boxing champ Claptrap, all done, painted, and ready to hit the tabletop. I really do like that I have some different variations of Claptraps, just to mess with my Vault Hunters and Bunkers and Badasses. If this video helped you out in any way with painting your boxing champ Claptrap in any way, be sure to leave this video a huge like. Also, if you know anybody that wants to paint their miniatures but needs that little bit of a push or just guidance on different techniques, be sure to share these videos with them in case they need that help. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet and have been watching my videos, my painting videos, gaming videos, whatever, it would be really appreciated if you did hit that subscribe button. I surpassed 800 subs, and it might not seem like a lot, but it is it's such a big thing for me. Like, I'm so glad that we hit that marker, and we are pushing our 1,000 video on the channel, and it's crazy. Like, I'm only like about 50 videos away from that. That's crazy, and it's gonna come quick because these painted videos I'm doing like every day. So yeah, it's going to come quick. So as always, thank you all for checking out today's video, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.